the spot. The whole world knows he's the Prince of Pot. He's the Prince of Pot. He's the Prince of Pot. Now shy, he's not. He gives it all he's got. He's the Prince of Pot.
Hi, it's Marc Emery calling from North Fraser pretrial, and today is Friday, November 6th, and I'm hoping to get bail on Monday. My bail application is going to be presented by my lawyer, Kirk Tusaw, and it's requesting that I be released until I have to turn myself into U.S. authorities, if in fact the Canadian Justice Minister signs the extradition order. Now, submissions are being made by my lawyer, Ian Donaldson, to the Minister of Justice regarding our position on the extradition matter. And if the Minister of Justice does sign the extradition order, I have 30 days to appeal. So it's for this period of time I'm seeking to be released on bail to get my dental work done, to settle matters with Revenue Canada, to breathe some fresh air and take care of my health in anticipation that I probably will have to turn myself into the U.S. Justice officials in about 30 to 50 days. Now, thousands of Canadians and Americans have written Rob Nicholson, the Minister of Justice, on my behalf, and I urge you to continue to do so, with the request that he not extradite me to the U.S., in fact, to have me charged with the offenses here in Canada under Canadian law. Now, additionally, members of Parliament from all four political parties, and that's the Liberal Party, the Conservative Party, the Bloc Québécois, and the New Democratic Party in the House of Commons will together and in unison in the next 2 or 3 weeks present the petitions of tens of thousands of Canadians also urging a refusal of my extradition to the United States, and that's coming up soon. And additionally, Libby Davies, a member of Parliament for Vancouver East, also has what they call an order paper request on the floor of the House of Commons. And she did this on September 27th, and what she did is she requested all the correspondence between the Canadian government and the U.S. government from 2003 to present regarding my extradition. Now, I know from our own Freedom of Information request that there exists 6,000 pages, get that, 6,000 pages of letters and emails between Canadian and U.S. officials regarding me, my seed business, and my extradition. But when we received this shocking stack of communications, 6,000 pages is about 3 to 4 feet high. This stack of communication, or collusion as you might want to call it, between the two governments, every single word was blacked out due to national security concerns, is what they said. Yes, you heard me correctly. Every word of 6,000 pages was blacked out. And now this 6,000 pages represents dozens of officials from both countries spending years of time, effort, and your tax money in collusion with each other, beginning with the Chrétien Liberals, then the Martin Liberals, then the Harper Conservatives, with the Bush administration, Attorney Generals Ashcroft and Gonzalez, and DEA head Karen Tandy. 6,000 pages, all about me and my peaceful overgrowing the government campaign. Now, we're hoping that Libby Davies is able to get some pages without the information blocked out, and I'm not sure under parliamentary procedure and parliamentary privilege what she would be allowed to tell the public or be able to tell us. But that is due on November 12th, and it'll be interesting to see how the government responds to her request. So we have petitions being presented by all four parties in Parliament requesting that they not extradite me, and we have Libby Davies asking for all the correspondence and communication between the governments in an effort to illustrate that they've been spending millions of dollars trying to get me sent to the United States and to somehow outsource the justice system to the U.S. in this regard. So the Canadian government's response to Member of Parliament Davies' order paper is due November 12th next week, so stay tuned for that. So it'll be interesting if a member of Parliament gets the same completely censored documentation that my lawyer and I received. Now, I've been in jail 6 weeks now, and I'm dealing with a series of disappointments that make jail more wearing on the spirit. For example, this week I only received 5 letters, and that's kind of disappointing. And my letter from Jody that was due today was rejected, as so many letters to me are, for the nebulously described, quote, inappropriate materials, which could be a pot leaf in the background of a photograph, or a photograph of a website blog with a leaf on it, or some kind of illustration that's not allowed or permitted, or even, we never have any idea half the time. And I get a little form letter from the prison every day saying you have had a rejected letter because they didn't put a return address, or because it had inappropriate materials, or somebody put origami in it, or somebody put a sticker on it, or something like that. I mean, they don't even let me have the postage stamps that are on the letter in case for some reason there's some LSD inside the stamps, if you can imagine. It's the most bizarre thing. So this week I've only had about 4 letters, and I've written almost every letter of any substance that's come to me, and so I am writing back to people.